been wrong about this for too many years, for an annoying amount of years, and I am about to save you a lot of time if you take my lesson learned in this video. So I'm in a place in my life where I have a lot of balls in the air. I love everything I'm doing. I don't want to give anything up. And with that, I am squeezing every hour out of my days as I can. Now, you know that busy last minute grocery run that you do where, you know, it's a Sunday night or it's a random weeknight or whatever, and you're planning to just be home and you slip on your thongs with your socks and your hair's just a mess, you haven't got makeup on, and you're like, gosh, I really hope nobody sees me. I hope I don't bump into anybody I know because I'm not in, you know, acceptable social form here. I look like a mess. I don't look like I take care of myself. I don't look proper, are probably some of the thoughts that run through our mind. But you do it because it's more important to get the thing done. You're not about to spend, you know, 30 minutes doing your hair and makeup and putting on different clothes and finding the exact right shoes or whatever so that you can go to the supermarket and get that item so you can move on with your life. Now, I was at a point with my work where I was treating it the same way. You know, just by necessity, by trying to take those extra hours to get the things done, the things that were more important than how I looked, like moving the needle productively so that I can have the impact that I want to have. It was an easy, somewhat natural subconscious transition for me to stop spending as much time in the morning doing my hair and makeup or, you know, putting on a particular outfit that I like, because I'd rather use that half an hour, 45 minutes to get more work done that day. And if I had an important message or something to share on social media or on a video, it was intuitively, obviously, more important to me in that moment to just post the video regardless of how I looked, versus delaying it or potentially not having time to post it at all if I was waiting until I was dressed up and done up. So with this accidental and paradoxically beautiful reprioritizing of what mattered most to me, I actually finally got a chance in my life to disprove something that I always took for granted as being true. And this change has had a significant improvement on my sense of self-worth and how I intellectually construct my sense of worth as a person, and in my energy levels and my relationships. And that is, people don't actually care how you look. Now, I feel like this is gonna divide the audience. You're either like, what? Of course people care how you look. Are you delusional? That's just how people work. Or, no, like, of course people don't care how you look. Like, they care about you as a person and how you make them feel and the interaction you have with them. You know, consider we're all more interested in ourselves and how other people make us feel. Let me know which party you fall into down below in the comments. But I have to tell you, this was a particularly profound realization for me. Actually, regardless of whether it's true that people care how you look or don't, what I discovered in this process was the person who cares more and the most impactful thing, the thing that was affecting my experience and the way that I showed up when I didn't dress up, was me. I cared too much about how I looked, and that's what created my negative experiences all this time of when I didn't dress up. You know, that experience of going to the supermarket and feeling like, oh, I hope nobody sees me, or ever having a sick day or being in a rush and not being able to, you know, do your hair and makeup or throw on an outfit that makes you feel good. It was me in those moments and on those days that made my day not as good and made my interactions specifically with other people not as good, because I made it a problem that I didn't look a certain way. I want to offer this to you guys too, because I didn't start this problem, guys. This is something that I have been both implicitly and very explicitly taught from society. We are constantly taught that we should be improving how we look, and that beauty is what we should be aspiring to, and that women in particular, one of our most important qualities is being aesthetically pleasing, being beautiful. And because of those thoughts that I wasn't explicitly aware of, all those thoughts in my head about me being less than, me being less worthy, and people perhaps wanting to interact with me less, or me not being pleasing to interact with, caused me to withdraw from other people, to retract, to show up less expanded and animated, to connect less with people, to separate myself from people on those days where I wasn't all dressed up. And only by going out again and again and again in the not so dressed up state that I was in, no makeup, hair not looking good, gym clothes, whatever, and still fully showing up and opening up and being present with and being connected with, animated with my full expression of myself with other people, could I actually see that, wait a second, the makeup, the hair, the clothes, whatever, all the prettiness of how we should be, all the polishedness, all the professionalness, whatever, that was only what correlated with my good interactions with people. It wasn't the cause of my good interactions with people. But when I wasn't that way, because I made it mean that I was less pleasing, less worthy, all kinds of different things, I imagine, that actually made me shut down more when I was interacting with other people. And that was the cause of other people reacting to me differently in that case. Now, key, I would have never discovered this if I hadn't tested that hypothesis. Granted, I accidentally tested the hypothesis, but I did. And for a lot of us, if we just keep doing the same things that we do every day, and never questioning anything, and never challenging anything, and never asking for more, then we can accidentally keep proving ourselves right, but not recognizing that we have a correlation versus causation problem here. So next time that you want to save some time, next time that you don't want to dress up and makeup up and all the up things that women are apparently supposed to do to be lovable and worthy, I challenge you to choose to see yourself as worthy anyway. Notice those stories come up about how you're not worthy in that moment, how you're not pleasing and people won't want to interact with you, or how you look terrible and that's a terrible thing. Notice those stories, shift them to the side, and decide to test the hypothesis that people want to interact with you, that you are likable as you are, that you are worthy as you are. Go out into the world and interact with people from that place, and watch how they respond to you. Watch how they respond to you when you bring that full openness, that full personality, all of who you are. And only then will you actually be able to tell if people actually care that much about how you look that they will treat you differently. Or if it's you, they love and enjoy the presence of and interacting with. Give yourself a chance to disconfirm beliefs, especially the ones that don't serve you. Be that scientist for yourself, for your life. Give this video a like if you found it useful, and let me know down in the comments if you're going to test this hypothesis for yourself, or if you've already tested the hypothesis and you've got some conclusions for me. What did you find? Otherwise, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.